Hello everyone. So today I've been working on something called Mega Shader, which is going to be used to create splat maps and work really nice with the Quixel Mixer. Now I've managed to throw together something fairly quick based on a tutorial I did earlier today. Um, and I've just been perfecting this shader so that it does half a good a job as what Mixer does in the Mixer suite. So what I've got here is this um, multiple masked splat map. So what it is an RGBA splat map which uses the red, green and blue channel to mix in different variation to this tileable texture. So you can see I've got it tiling here like so. I can change the master scale of everything. Everything tiles nicely thanks to Quixel Mixer. Thanks to Mixer, sorry. And I can change the amount that's working in there. You can see this is the base. There's some other stuff happening, and I'm mixing in the these other layers. Now there is still some things that I'm fine tuning, but I just thought I'd show you how far along it is at this point in time. So I've got base albedo, normal map, which is like what everything grounds itself on, and I've got this height map here, some height offset, and I've got the red channel, which has got just random stuff thrown in there just for testing. It also has height, offsetting the height, various effects. Got some contrast to those height maps, contrast to the splat map actually. Some brightness, so you see how that's driving the height as well. You change the height to like almost nothing, and the offset to nothing, so that you don't see any of that. See, I'm still kind of working on it, but you see how it's having an effect. I can change the tile amount of that, so I'm getting a lot of variation. You can imagine if this was a broad environment, then that would be pretty good for making a generic ground surface. So it uses a base, a red, green, blue channel for each material. So I basically have the base with these stripes, the parking one, and another one which does just the water. So it's kind of like Quixel's water plane here. So I've got this water plane, I can choose where it is, the offset. So there's a little bit of lag here. So it's a really rough surface. I can change the amounts. Still needs perfected because I've not got it working quite as intuitive as Quixel Mixer. Oh, it should be this one I've been working on. The amount here, there we go. Got the amount, contrast, and that's really nice. Kind of fall off control between the brightness and contrast. Height offset, just in case I want it to be rougher. And this is all tessellated as well, so I'm using the DX11 stuff. Oh, show the wire. And I think it's distance based as well. There you go, it kind of fades out, so you don't need it. You can control them, those factors here. Okay, let's go back to wire off. So there you can see it working. And you can see it's repeating a little bit, but the more you change these, so the tiling amount, you can see that's how repetitive that's getting. The tiling amount here for this one is kind of getting grunge. This one is another grunge. Not too sure how much control to give everything. There's going to be so many sliders. It is a bit like a sound engineer's mixing board. But you've got your base height amount, your offset, your albedo / cutout, which is still to be tuned in. Oh, by the way, this is the this is the current graph. A bit crazy the way it's working, a little bit messy. at this point in time. I need to go over everything. So I'm kind of halfway there with it, halfway there, but I thought I'd show you the kind of results I've got so far. These are just some rocks. In fact, they were little stones that I'd scanned in a good couple of years back. Probably similar to the way the mixer guys scan stuff in. I just sat these on a table surface and scanned the top half and then turned them over and scanned the bottom, top half and bottom, then merged them together, mixed in textures, got a lot of bakes from them and enhanced them a bit. Added more textures to some as well. But these are pretty handy just to dot around. I think the natural size is like that size probably in real life. So I've just scaled them up. I could probably do some mixing, put the crazy shader on these guys to see what effect I could get. So yeah, so that's kind of real-time Quixel mixing with this shader. I'm quite excited about it. It's going to be an update to the Mega shader, which is on the Unity Asset Store at the minute, which uses a similar system, but not as intense as this. What I've got here for that is this little voltmeter. And this is a slightly different shader, but it does mix shaders in. This was made a couple of years ago, where you've got your base colors. You can mix in like different textures and just tile them the old-fashioned way, so you get like detail maps based on this RGB mask. And you can see this is UV based. So there is a material. When it checks it, there is a material in here. Shader preview, mass preview. So there we go. So that's red, green, blue channels, and then I've mixed in all these textures. So it's quite powerful already. You've got dirt that lands on the top of it. So if you rotate this, it always lands on the top. And then at the back, I've got how the colors mix. So if you see the preview, then that's the actual, and it's all spec color based, spec gloss workflow, this one. So it's pretty nice. So you can get that in the asset store. I'll be updating the Mega shader with this mixer friendly shader, I want to call it, I guess, but it does use the channel packing. So it's got channel packing of metal roughness AO, and then the height in the alpha channel. So I'm gonna maybe make something in Photoshop that just packs those channels or something. I think there's a channel packer available from a guy called Evanesh, T. Evanesh, I think it is. Travis something. He does this one called Lazy Cake. Or something like that, Lazy Cake. It's a Photoshop plugin. Layer Cake, that's it. So he does Layer Cake and he does a channel packer thing. You just see Travis. Oh, what's happened here? Okay, maybe he's shut down the site. Hopefully not. There we go. Evashkevich. So he's got Layer Cake, Lazy Save. That's the one where you can pack your channels. Okay, yeah. Lazy Save. Channel packing, yeah. So advise using that with whatever you export from the mixer until the mixer, supports some kind of channel packing, kind of like the way Substance Designer, Substance Painter does it. Just you can tell it how to pack the channels, then that'd be pretty cool. So yeah, just you can change the amount here. I think thinking of doing some other stuff like this would maybe control the overall effect of that current group. You can switch the smoothness on and off, so it inverts to the roughness workflow. So this is roughness, and you check that, it flips it to the gloss. I've got invert AO in case you want to invert the AO, just in case. That's the effect that has. You can use it as transmission, like thickness map. Yeah, so it's just a case of mucking about with these values, the contrast and stuff. I think I've made everything kind of flat there. Offset, set 0, there, and then there, and there. The amount. Yeah, and I get some nice puddles. Change this for something else. That's the one without the no parking. Bring that in here, see what happens. So no parking. Old road. Yeah, what I've called it. Hazard floor. The parking diffuse. So I've channeled that one in there. Obviously, it's affected by the texture and the color. There we go, we can see it coming in there. So the color is quite important. So change the color of the water, similar to Quixel Mixer. What's that? Base color. For any other effect. So you've got your tiling there of the splat map. Just need to figure out how to completely kill the problem is the height map is getting killed by this texture on the other channel. So that's what's making it bump all over the place. You can see that's part of it. I guess that's the amount of, that's the amount of the texture getting through, but there's still height information in there. Sometimes the offset just needs tweaked to be like a 0 value almost. So back to this one, the tiling, brightness, contrast. And tiling. And the mixing, it's all there. You've got nothing, you've got that bit. You can see how you can see through now to that one. So yeah, I need to figure this stuff out to see how that works in this layering system that I'm using. Yeah, it's quite exciting to use something like this for Quixel for Unity that's similar to the Quixel Mixer setup. Okay, so yeah, grab the Mega Shader from Unity Asset Store while it's really cheap. I think it's only like 50 cents or something, and there should be an update to that hopefully next week when I can add this, but I'll likely kick the price up a bit as well. I'm going to include a lot of these rocks and things as well and get the shader working on those, as well as working on the original little Mega Shader prop. Thanks for watching. I hope to do some more Quixel mixes and get them in this scene to add to the pack in the near future. Cheers. Bye.